kids, it's Dr. Tamara Fackrell here with another really fun project for you. So, have you always wanted to make a bracelet for yourself? Well, this project just uses the jumbo sticks that you can buy anywhere. We just got ours online. And what you have to do is you have to soak the bracelet. We just soaked ours overnight. So you can do that. If you want to do the project faster, you can also boil the bracelets for about 30 minutes and then let them soak in that water for another 30 minutes. But this is a project that's a 2-day project because we need the bracelets to dry. We actually tried this project with a lot of different things because we weren't successful for the first time that we did it. So we had to do some work for you to make this work. We found that this cup here, a cup that has a top and a smaller bottom, we have two variations, the large and the small cup. For kids that are smaller and their arms are smaller, the smaller cup might be best. And then this is for kids that are a little older. But the reason why it's great is because you can push it down. Now, it's really hard to get the bracelets in here, and you will end up breaking some. We broke a whole bunch of these. So you want to make sure that you boil twice as many sticks as you want to have bracelets. So plan on a 50% break rate. And so that is just something to think about, but you have to be very careful when you first put it in the cup. And if that is where most of the breaking occurs, and is when you first flex it inside the cup. So you're gonna flex it inside the cup, so be so careful on the first bend. I'm even a little hesitant to do it because I've broken so many. And you just at first, just try to get the edges in the cup to kind of get the stick going. And this one was not a break, which, yay, successful. Now the good thing about these cups that have a smaller bottom than top is if you use the bigger one, you can just push it down until it gets to the size that you want. So it gives you a lot of different size variation. But the really important part, once you get the bracelet in the cup, is to stretch it out and around the cup. Because however it looks inside the cup, that is how it's going to dry. So if it's not curving properly, you want to make sure it curves around the edges. So we're just trying to get it to kind of stick around that cup as much as possible to get it to be the great bracelet size. So you can do 2 in 1 cup if you want them to be different sizes, if you're making different sizes bracelets. Okay, so there we go, we've got it. Now we're gonna have this dry overnight. We had several dry overnight, and I kind of want to show you, we had a lot of fails. I wanted to be honest with that. So you got to do a lot more bracelets than you think. We had quite a few fails, guys, another fail. But I wanted to show you with the bracelets that we had dry overnight. You can see this little bracelet. I kind of have pretty thin arms so on my wrist. So that ends up fitting onto my wrist. So that works. This is a little bit of a bigger size. So you can get the size just right, and that's kind of fun. And but I wanted to show you some of the failed bracelets as well, because we used other cups that were just all round and didn't go smaller as it goes down, and it produced a bracelet like this. You can see we weren't able to get it to properly curve on the edges. So as far as that bracelet goes, if you want to make one like that, you can. And what I saw is you can just make a little hole right on the sides here, and then you can get a leather or a piece of string to hold it together on the bottom. So that is an option if you guys want to add like a little string or something on the bottom of your bracelet. You can keep it a little bit more open, but we liked them to be a little more closed. So we've got a lot of different bracelet variations and bracelet sizes here. And then you actually need to let it dry. We did try to make some bracelets while it was still wet, and it just didn't end up working very well. And so then you can just color the bracelet if you want. So I'm gonna just make this one really simple, just a really simple PIXY bracelet. I'm gonna put PIXY in there. Remember what PIXY stands for. P is preparation, I is incubation, X, do you guys remember? Expand, that's the really fun part of ideas, making them expand. And this is kind of the expansion part. You can look online to see if you can find some designs that you really like. So that could be really fun, or you can just do something simple like I'm doing. So you can see I just put Pixie in the middle. I did a flower on each side and then a heart besides that. So that is just like a really simple variation of it if you want to have a bracelet like that. So that's my Pixie Power bracelet. Another really simple idea is just doing a design. So this one I'm just going to put lines and curves in it. So it's cool because this is where the expansion comes, and the Y on the Pixie is you do the work. So now we're doing the work, we're expanding ideas. For this demonstration, we're making them really simple, but the kids could take a lot of time. You could do a design, you could color in the design, anything that you want to do there. If you want to be a little bit more complicated, on ceheroes.com, I am going to put up, this is the Pixie map from the creativity book, and I am going to use that to show you how to Modge Podge. I'm also going to put the Warrior Castle up if you want to do a castle variation. So you might want to find a Pixie that you want on your bracelet, and I'm going to choose right here Taya Teal. And so I'm just taking one of my failed ones, and what you do is you just trace around the stick as a whole. Okay, and then we're gonna cut it out. We're gonna cut out, and I've got Taya in here, and I also have Lila in here. So I've got Taya and Lila on mine. And you can use any paper that you want. You can use this from CE Heroes. You could do a magazine. You could do scrapbook paper. You could do whatever you wanted. So I just wanted to show you, as for expansion for the X on the Pixie, a couple options on these cool bracelets. And you want to be pretty careful about making sure it's exactly the size that you cut. Don't cut it smaller because then it won't make it look good. So here's mine. You can see there's Tayla, there's Lila. So Taya and Lila are going to go on a bracelet. So with this, you're going to need some Modge Podge glue. We love Modge Podge. We use it all the time for all sorts of projects. If you're a project person, Modge Podge is a must. And then on the Modge Podge, we're going to just paint the bracelet itself. Okay, so you put the Modge Podge all over your bracelet itself, and now I'm just gonna put Taya on. I'm gonna stick her right on to the bracelet. Lila's coming down the track. Come on, Lila. Cool. This is gonna be such a fun Pixie bracelet. Love it. And then after you get it on there, then you actually do a layer of Modge Podge on top. And it ends up just having a clear coat, which is pretty fun on your bracelet. That's why Modge Podge is so cool, is the way that it does it. Great, so you just paint the Modge Podge on the top. And then I'm going to just smooth mine around. Then you just set it down to dry. And then your Pixie bracelets will be done in any variation. So you can do your own designs, you can do Modge Podge, you can use any type of paper. Go on to CE Heroes and make the actual Pixie bracelet by choosing a place on the map to put on your Pixie bracelet, or you can also do a warrior bracelet. There's a lot of different warriors hidden on that one, and so then you can choose your favorite warriors to put on your bracelet. And then you can have like Pixie power or warrior power a day that you need to go do something special. But the most important part is to make sure they dry overnight, and to make sure to use a cup that has a top that's bigger than a bottom. And if it's smaller arms, I think this smaller cup is the best one. We tried actually probably 7 or 8 different cups. And so this was the winner. I just wanted to let you know. This was the second winner, this bigger one if you wanted a bigger bracelet, but you have it go way down in the bottom. Okay, I wanted to show you how our bracelets turned out. Here's our Pixie bracelet with the Modge Podge. It looks pretty cool. I've got Lila on one side and Taya on the other. And then I also did a the warrior bracelet so that I could have some warriors as well. So I really love that project of making your own bracelets. I hope you guys will give it a try.